Right. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming to class today. If you're watching this live, it's the day after the election day. It's election day continued forever and forever. So I guess everyone I've checked in with today is feeling lots of different ways. And so I just want to commend you for showing up for yourself today, just being willing to press play on a video or press open meeting on a computer and just see what happens. So the practice we have planned today is like just really nice and easy. You can add on to make it more challenging if you'd like to, but there's also the invitation to just make it really easy. Our focus is going to be grounding, opening through the heart and the neck and shoulders, and connecting to our breath. So no matter what you're looking for today, I hope that you're able to find it. If you want to follow along to a playlist, I will put it in the chat. And if you have 2 yoga blocks and 1 strap, we'll be using both of them for class today. So we're going to get started on our backs. You can make your way there in reclined bound angle pose. I'm pressing play on my playlist now, if you're following along. So make your way flat onto your back, reclined bound angle. Bottoms of your feet touch, knees fall open wide, and then let your spine rest down. If you have blocks nearby, you can put them underneath your upper thighs or your knees, just for a little more support. Rest your hands somewhere that feels comforting to you. And just close your eyes or find a really soft gaze at the tip of your nose. Just start to invite some nice slow breaths here. So breathing in through the nose, just gentle and expansive. Breathing out the mouth, inviting a sense of softness, inviting a release. Again, like that, breathe in through your nose, nice and easy. Out through your mouth, releasing, relaxing. One more together, in through your nose, feel your belly rise and expand. And out through your mouth, softening. Continue these breaths on your own. You can make them even bigger, more dramatic if that feels good to you today. But let yourself turn inward. Notice any really prominent thoughts. Maybe the mind is racing, moving through possible scenarios, outcomes for this day. Or maybe there are some big emotions present. Maybe they're feeling overwhelming. Turn your attention toward those feelings, the ones we usually push away, push down. And while you're here just breathing and consciously softening your body, can you name to yourself what those feelings are? You might even whisper out loud, maybe just to yourself in your mind. Maybe anger, maybe fear, maybe grief. Shift your attention from the name of those feelings to noticing the way that they feel in your body. It might be helpful to scan, especially the forehead, the throat, and the belly, just noticing what sensations are present today. It might feel like pressure, tension, heat, be a tingling. And in these last couple moments of silence and stillness, I invite you to Continue to open to the state, to accept and even allow what is here to really be here. You might even whisper to yourself or just in your mind to your heart, it's okay. Or this too, yes. Knowing that even though we're all in different physical places, this is a shared experience. Something that unites us despite our differences. Take a big breath in through your nose, feel your belly expand. And a bigger breath out your mouth, releasing any tension. Again, like that, breathe in, fill up. Breathe out, release. One more like that, breathe in. Let it go. Release your hands off to the sides. Start to make a big snow angel with your arms, bringing your fingertips still resting along the ground, up overhead as much as feels comfortable. Take a big breath in, a big stretch. And as you breathe out, let the fingertips return through the snow angel back to your sides. Two more like that. Breathe in, snow angel up. And breathe out, hands back to your sides, just gently opening through the chest and shoulders. One more, breathe in, reach up, stretching through the side body. And breathe out, hands back to your side. Hug your knees in towards your chest. If you have blocks, you can set them off to the side for now. And give yourself a little hug. Maybe you gently rock side to side, massaging the low back. Just noticing what sensation is present in the low back, any tension. And then we'll move into some dead bug things, some dead bugs to gently warm up the core. So bring your hands straight up towards the ceiling, knees over hips, shins are parallel to the ground, and then flex your toes back towards your shins. Now, before we start to move, squish your low back down to the ground like you're trying to squash a blueberry. And then with your low back cemented to the earth, push your knees forward so they're right over your hips. This might already feel like quite a bit of engagement. You're welcome to stay here and hold this very secure and stable posture through the core and the legs. If you want a little more, as you breathe in, reach your right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. And exhale, both come back to center. Good. Inhale, switch it up. Right leg, left hand, go back. Exhale to center. Good. Alternating sides. Inhale, right arm, left foot. Exhale to center. Good. Another one. Right foot, left arm this time. Good. We're doing 3 more rounds of this. You can move on your own at your own pace. But notice if your low back wants to lift up off the ground, reduce some of the range of motion. So rather than straightening the leg at the bottom, you can keep the knee bent. Or maybe you move just the arms or just the legs, whatever brings more stability, more awareness here for you. So keep the breath nice and steady. Wherever you are, complete one more full round of this, nice and controlled. Good. All right, gently hug your knees in towards center, and we're making our way to tabletop. If it feels okay on your back, start to rock and roll the length of your spine. You can do this more than a couple times, especially if it kind of feels good. If there's any discomfort, any pinching or tingling through the spine, don't do this anymore. We're meeting in tabletop in 4, in 3, in 2, And one tabletop position is where we meet. Setting up for some cat and cow. Start by spreading your fingers wide on the mat, hips are over knees. Before we move, push everything down into the ground. Push your hands down, push your toenails and your shins down. Feel this connection to the earth. And again, before we move, draw the heels of your hands back to your knees and your knees towards your hands, engaging through your core. Good, breathe in, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Pause for a few breaths here in this cow pose, shift forward and backward, noticing sensation in the low back, across the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, find cat pose, arch through your spine, pushing your heart up through your upper back. Fingertips still claw at the earth. Hands are still pushing down. Take one big breath here. And a big breath out. We'll flow 3 times. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, return to a neutral spine. We'll find thread the needle next. So plant your left palm onto the earth. As you breathe in, peel the right arm up high. Pause for a few moments here. Bring some rotation to the arm, flipping the palm forward, backward, maybe rolling through the wrist, noticing sensation through the arm, through the hand. Breathe in, reach high. Exhale, thread the needle, tuck your right arm under the bridge of your left side of your head, rest on the floor. For a little more opening through the heart, bring your left arm, your top arm up and around, any amount around your waist, and think about bringing your top shoulder more back behind you. Enjoy 3 full breaths into the back of your heart space here. Good, last full breath in together. And full breath out. Left hand comes back to the ground. Breathe and reach your right arm up. And exhale back to tabletop. Let's take that on the other side. Right palm onto the ground. Breathe and lift your left fingertips. Pause here to explore some movement through the left hand, left arm. If there's sensitivity in the right hand resting on the ground, you can make a fist onto the earth. Breathe in here, reach to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes under this time. Settle into your shape, find what you need here. You have 3 full breaths. Where can you soften more? And how can your breath be a tool to facilitate that softening, that release? Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. Good, right hand back to the earth. Breathe in, left hand comes up high. And exhale back to tabletop. One more little section of cat and cow here, but I invite you to make it your own this time. You can stick with the traditional just flexion and extension in the spine, but if it feels good to start to move the hips side to side, maybe back and down, I invite you to play. Maybe you kind of look back towards your toes, moving the spine in this little sideways way that I should know the name of, but I don't. Enjoy 3 more full breaths here, exploring through these movements, noticing the way the breath shifts and moves as you move. Good, nice job. Last round, wherever you are. Beautiful. All right, come to a comfortable seat for you. If it's comfortable for you to sit back on your heels, I invite you to do that. If it's a little much on the knees, grab your block, put it under your butt on top of your heels. If that's still not quite working, maybe grab two. This decreases the angle of your knees, so you're not putting as much pressure on them. Might also help the feet feel better. And grab for your strap. We're gonna do some shoulder flossing. This is a great way to bring just some more opening and some tension relief to the chest and the shoulders. So if you know where we're headed, you can go right there. If this is your first time doing this, bring your hands wide on the strap and tug on it. Bring your hands out straight in front of you. And as you breathe in, lift your arms as much as your range of motion allows. Know that this is a really great way to build more mobility and range of motion through the shoulders. So if you are feeling limited, don't be so hard on yourself. Take another full breath in here. And as you exhale, bring your hands forward in front of you, arching through your spine, kind of like cat pose. And then I invite you to find a flow with this. You can just go straight up and down. Maybe you find some gentle movements of the neck. Maybe you take this like figure 8 infinity symbol movement. I want you to really make this your own. Follow your breath here for 3 more full, slow rounds of breath. Let this feel really good. Nice job. Finish up your last round here. And when you are all done, you can set the strap off to the side. We won't use that again, I don't think, but bring your blocks to the front of your mat. You'll need them in a little bit. Make your way to downward facing dog, please. Feet are about hip width distance apart, wider if that's more supportive to you. Hands are shoulder width distance apart on the mat. If you have a little routine you like to move through, go for it. We pay a lot of attention to the hands here so we can support through the shoulders, avoid injury, build strength. So spread your fingers wide, point your index fingers straight forward so hands rotate out slightly. Grip at the mat with your fingertips like you could palm a basketball, then push the earth away. And while your shoulders are feeling so sturdy, so strong here, gently rotate your armpits in towards your face. Spread your shoulder blades broad across your back. And from this place of stability, can you find more length through your spine? Maybe bend your knees generously, point your tailbone up to where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you. Breathe in. As you breathe out, gently straighten your legs any amount. 2 more of those. Inhale, bend the knees, point the tailbone high. Exhale, straighten the legs, deepening the stretch. Good. Last one. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten. Good. Surf your heels off to one side, finding a big stretch through the side of one of your legs. If this is a lot on your shoulders, you can go back down to tabletop for a moment. Come back up when you're ready. Take another big breath here. And a breath out. Surf your heels towards the opposite side of your mat, stretching through the other leg. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Return to center. Gaze forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tiptoe your way forward to meet your hands. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Make these tiny, tiny steps. Take as many as you can. Notice what happens as you start to get closer to your hands. And when you get there, release into ragdoll. Feet as wide as you'd like. Head hangs heavy. Gaze straight back between your legs. Maybe you interlace your hands at the base of your neck. Grab for opposite elbows. Whatever lets you relax through your neck and the center of your spine even more. Maybe you find some little movement side to side. Wherever you're feeling tension in your body, take 2 big, deep breaths to that space. Nice. One more, nice and slow like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your blocks in front of your face. We're gonna do a little twisting sequence. I'm gonna call it swimming, and if you're a swimmer, you'll be like, Abby, this is how swimming works, but bear with me. All right, we'll start left hand onto the block or the mat if that's accessible for you. Bend deeply into your left knee. As you breathe in, draw your right arm up high. You know the drill, pause here, move through the arm, stretching it forward, backwards, just noticing, rotating through the hand, so palm faces back, palm faces forward. Breathe in, reach up high. And as you exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. This is the swimming part, all the way until your fingertips brush the earth. Good, let's do that on the other side. Right hand to the block or the earth, generous bend in the right knee. Breathe in, left fingertips go up. Pause for a minute here to see what's up with the left shoulder, left pec, left wrist. Good, inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, swim forward, reaching, stretching from the tailbone all the way to the tip of your fingers. And now we'll flow through that 2 times. So left hand on the block or the earth. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, swim forward, trading out your hands, right hand to the earth or block. Inhale, left fingertips. Exhale, swim forward, reaching and stretching. Good. Last time through, left hand on the block. Breathe in, right arm high. Exhale, swim. Right hand on the block. Breathe in. And breathe out, reach forward. Good. Release the block to the side. You don't need it for a little while. Find ragdoll pose just one more time. Finding what you need here, what your body is asking for. If there's been a sense of intuition of, oh, that would feel good, just listen to that. The body is wise. It knows what we need before our brains can tell us. Plus, forward folds are really good for regulating your nervous system. So just like chill out, fold forward, hello, okay. All right, bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees generously, bring yourself up to comfortable standing position. Nice. Before we get moving with our flow, clasp your hands behind your back. And if it feels good, you can just send them to the floor. This is just a nice little moment to like stretch through the neck. And if your hands don't clasp, it doesn't feel good, grab for your elbows behind you. But notice how this structure opening across the chest kind of lets you stretch through the side of your neck. You find little circles. You're here for 2 more breaths, just exploring, just doing what works for you. All right, nice job. And now we will get started with the flow part of class. Hope it feels really good. I'm very excited about what we have planned. All right, face the front of your mat. Find mountain pose, toes spread wide on the earth, aware of the foundation beneath you. Legs firm as you draw energy up, up, up through your legs. Solidify your hips and pelvis here. Both hip points point straight forward. Glutes are slightly engaged. Tailbone is drawing down. Good. Gently pinch your shoulder blades together behind you to roll them down and back. Then as you breathe in, keep the legs as they are. Reach up high, mountain pose. As you exhale, hands to heart center, grounding yourself more. Good. Inhale, back bend, squeeze your glutes, bump your hips forward, maybe bring your arms into this big goal pose. And as you exhale, standing cat pose, palms press forward, rounding through the back. Good. One more like that. Inhale, back bend, lift your heart open. Exhale, standing cat, push your heart backwards. Good. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, soften at the knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, ball pose, rise onto your tippy toes, sink your hips down. If this hurts your knees, you can stay in that halfway lift or forward fold, or maybe you can use the blocks to kind of help you reach the earth. If it's available to you, tuck your chin into your chest, make yourself as teeny, as tiny as possible. Can you engage your core here to help with balance? And maybe you go hands free. Maybe you try one hand off the earth. Maybe just one fingertip. Can you go even higher up onto your tippy toes? You're doing so good. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll flow through these movements now twice, matching breath to movement. Lower your heels. Inhale, mountain, rise high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, back bend, open your chest. Exhale, standing cat pose. Hands come forward. Good. Inhale, back bend, lift. Exhale, standing cat. Inhale, mountain, firm legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Take a full breath in here. And as you exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, mountain, rise. Exhale, hands to heart, soften your shoulders. Inhale, now back bend. Exhale, standing cat. One more, inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing cat pose, so good. Follow the breath, inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, ball pose. Last one here. Make it your teeniest, tiniest ball yet. Wrap one or both arms around your shins. Give it a try. Worst thing that can happen is you fall down, but you can get right back up. You're here for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Inhale, lift halfway. Rise out of the ball. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, shoulder width distance apart. Step straight back. You got this. Shift your heels over your toes, but keep the energy pressing back through your heels. So legs are long. They're drawing longer and stronger. Good. Arms, hands are wide. Shoulders are directly over your wrists. I want you to drag your wrists back towards your toes. Good. Drag your toes towards your wrists and hug your thumbs in towards each other, firing up your pecs. So good. Gaze straight down in front of your hands. Breathe. Good. It's tough, but you're tougher. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your core. Beautiful. We'll move on now to our sun B flow. Breathe in. Kick your right leg high. And exhale, bend your knee, open up your hips. Do whatever feels good to you here. You can stay nice and static, or maybe you draw big, big circles. If you're drawing circles, switch directions. Keep your weight evenly in both hands here. Good. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, down dog. We're doing something else. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Travel to meet your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down and back, reach high. Good. We're not here for too long. Keep your knees together if that works for you, or you can leave a sliver, or like hips with distance between them. Think about using more glute strength, more hamstring strength to hold yourself here. And can you engage your core to lift your chest up? Good. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, find eagle pose. Cross your left leg over the right, right arm under left. Palms weave to touch, or maybe you grab a big bear hug. If this is not happening in your legs, no worries. Any amount of balancing on the right leg is great here. If you're in eagle, sink your hips further back, squeeze your legs together. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders, long, tall spine. Can you lean back? Good. Embrace the burn, embrace the shake, find your breath again here. Good. Inhale, one leg mountain, unwind, nice and slow. And like you're moving through honey, as you exhale, step back to crescent lunge, step back, nice and easy. Good. All right. Oh, my contacts are like falling out of my eyes. Sorry. Bring your hands to your hips. Left hip more forward, right hip more back. Maybe bring a gentle bend to the back knee. Can you hug your feet towards each other underneath you. Fire up both legs. Bring your hands back up. Good. Soften your face. Inhale, warrior two, open up. And we're here for a couple breaths. Keep breathing. Fire up your legs by hugging your heels towards each other. Send energy out through your fingertips. So legs are hugging in, fingertips are pushing out, arms are strong. Wiggle your fingers, feel that energy moving through your body. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Rest your right arm on your thigh today. As you reach the left fingertips up, we're gonna do a little flow to open through the neck and shoulders. As you inhale, wind up like you are about to dunk a basketball. If you don't have a point of reference for this, I invite you to conjure Michael Jordan in your mind. So you're like winding up, stretching through the neck, through the shoulder. Breathe in once more. And as you exhale, come forward, dunk the basketball. Nice. Again, like that. Inhale, lift, wind up. Exhale. You don't have to do the sound effects. All right, inhale, reverse warrior, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Keep that stability through your legs. Heels are still hugging towards each other. Press your right big toe down into the ground. And from this stability, lift up, stretching through the right side body. Soften your right shoulder. Breathe in. As you exhale, wide leg forward fold all the way down and through. Good, you're here for a few breaths. Shift more weight towards your toes. Relax your spine. Breathe big into the back of your heart space. 2 more breaths. Good, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to the front of your mat, lunge forward. Inhale, high plank, step straight back. And exhale, lowering to your belly. You can drop to your knees first. Bring your hands a little wider than the mat. And if your wrists are feeling sensitive, you can make fists. We're gonna do a big like looping, rolling cobra. So push your legs down, heavy through the pelvis as you breathe in. Use your hands as leverage on the earth, lift up. If it feels okay, you can lift your chin up. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, come down. Let's do that twice more here. Inhale, cobra, nice and slow, let it unwind. Exhale, back down. Last one, inhale, lift. Stable through the glutes and pelvis. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop, come to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Sink your hips back. Enjoy 3 breaths here. Spread your fingers wide on the mat like a gecko. Even here, can you gently push down onto the ground? Allow that spot in your upper back where your shoulder blades might be screaming at you to soften. Good. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Good. We'll go through nice and slow on the other side. Inhale, left leg kicks high. Exhale, bend your knee. Open up your hip. Find what works for you here. You've got about 3 breaths. Keep that stability through the hands. Switch directions if you're doing circles. Nice job. Keep the breath. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down and back. Reach up. Before we move on, set your foundation here. Toes are wide, using the entire surface area of both feet to balance. Sink your hips back. Can you create more space between the top of your thighs and your hips? Might be really subtle, might be more of an energetic lift through the chest. Good. Take 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, right leg comes over left, eagle on the other side. Left arm comes under right. No worries if the palms don't touch. You can still find A big squeeze through the arms and the legs. Power up your breath here to help you gain more stability. Balance is never totally static, so embrace this wiggle, this flail. Let your strength and stability come from your core. 2 more breaths, you're doing awesome. Good, gently unwind, breathe in 1 leg mountain. And as you exhale, step straight back, crescent lunge, right toes float, hands lift. Stabilize for a moment here, hands to hips. Left hip draws back, right hip draws forward. Both hip points are shining straight forward. Gentle opening through the chest, reach in. Breathe out. Good, inhale, warrior 2, open up. Adjust your feet as you need to. Find something sturdy. You know we'll be here for a couple breaths. Can you think about deepening the lunge in the front knee, even if you don't want to? Unless you're like, I'm injured and this hurts. Notice where that aversion is coming from. Is it just that you don't want to? Some days that is the case, but know that you're stronger than you're giving yourself credit for, so try it out. Fingertips go long and wide. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, rest the left hand. Right fingertips come straight up. And we'll find that same slam dunk move here. So as you breathe in, draw the right arm back. As you exhale, curl it forward. Imagine you're slam dunking. Good. Inhale, wind up, open through the heart. Exhale, slam dunk. Good. Bring your right arm straight back up high. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Pause for a moment here. Solidify your foundation. From that rootedness, lift up high, breathe in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. All toes point in the straight direction, same direction. Swoop your fingertips down. Good, couple breaths here. Opening through the hamstrings. Maybe it feels good to rock side to side. Could even crawl your fingertips towards one foot and then the other, deepening that stretch. Good, one more round here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front of the mat. Inhale, high plank, step back. Exhale, with control, lower to your belly. Fingertips go wide, maybe fists come to the earth. Press your toenails down. Inhale, Cobra, pull up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more here. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Last one, breathe in and expand. Breathe out, come back. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose, sink back. 3 breaths here, what do you need? Soften your face. Direct your breath to where your body needs it the most. Good. Inhale, tabletop, rock forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. All right, so we're going to flow through just once. And we're going to skip eagle. We're going to go just straight to 1 leg mountain. Yes, okay. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, sink. Exhale, stay right here. Left leg lift. Inhale, 1 leg mountain. Exhale, float back, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. We got 2 of these. Inhale, wind up. Exhale, dunk forward. Good. Inhale, wind up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Exhale, wide leg forward, fold, right toes point forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Good, inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Just one here, inhale, Cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Yes, you can. Stay for your exhale. Lift your right leg. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, crescent. Step back, float back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Pause here. Inhale, bring the right arm back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, wind up. Exhale, slam dunk. Nice job. Inhale, reverse warrior, left leg straighten. Exhale, keep going back, wide leg forward, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Good, inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower to your belly, nice job. Inhale, Cobra pose, peel your heart up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose, and you'll be here for a couple breaths. As you breathe, reconnect to that rhythm of your breath here. I offer you a visualization that a teacher offered me recently and really worked for me, so maybe it will work for you. Visualize the space where your shoulder blades are on your back and imagine that they are wings tucked into their little wing sheaths. I don't know much about wing anatomy, but as you breathe in and you feel your shoulder blades broaden through your back, see the wings opening, unfurling. And as you exhale and the body contracts, the wings gently tuck back in. Again, like that, inhale, expand. Exhale, release, relax. This visualization works for you, helps you really breathe back into this back of your heart space. I invite you to keep going with this. For a little more physical opening through that same space, come onto all fours. Bring your hips directly over your knees, forearms come to the ground, and then crawl your forearms forward. This is puppy pose. So hips stay stacked on top of knees while arms crawl forward. If you still want more, bring your chin onto the earth. And even if you're in a version of puppy pose, keep your breath focused on that same place, that center of your upper back, the back of your heart space. And let your breath start to soften that area, soothing any tension, gently peeling away any armor. Maybe you tap into that feeling of ice melting into water under the warm sun. Couple more breaths wherever you are. And gently bring yourself back to tabletop. And what time is it? What's next? Oh, Stargazer Flow, my favorite. All right, so we're gonna come back to standing on your knees again. Grab for your blocks. You have spent a lot of time really opening up through the chest and through the shoulders, and the legs are nice and warm. So we can get a little bit deeper into a big front body opening stretch. So for your legs, they can either be parallel to each other or like child's pose legs. Try both, see what works for you. Blocks can come around your ankles behind you. And again, blocks have lots of levels. I like to have them on the tallest level, but it's totally up to you. Start seated, but on your legs. And let's do right hand on the block first. As you breathe in with the left arm, you are reaching up and to the back right behind you. And pause here. If it doesn't feel good to look back, find a more neutral place for the neck. Gently firm your glutes. Notice how that helps facilitate an opening across the front of both hips. Can you relax your left shoulder away from your ear? Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, gently come back down. Good. Left hand on the left block. Let's take it on the other side. Breathe in, lift your hips, right fingertips draw up and back to the left. Same here, refine the shape, find stability through your core, through your glutes. Let this opening really unravel through the chest, relax the shoulder, relax the face. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. We'll flow 3 times on this. Right hand, right block. Inhale, lift and expand. Exhale, lower. Left hand, left block. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Nice job. 2 more. Right hand on the block. Inhale. And exhale. Left hand on the block. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Make it your favorite. Right hand, right block. Exhale. Left hand, left block. Inhale. And exhale, back to earth. Release your blocks to the side. Make your way gently seated onto your butt. You'll send both legs straight out in front of you. Gently flex your toes back towards your face. We'll do a nice big seated forward fold. Wiggle any flesh out from underneath you so you can feel your sit bones rooted on the ground. It's a good time to grab your extra layer if you have one. As you breathe in, reach both hands up high. Breathe out, melt forward. Bend your knees a lot if it feels good in the low back. And if this is a really tight spot for you, I invite you to gently rock side to side, using your breath to soften more and more. And as you deepen through the fold, feel your belly pushing against your thighs as you breathe. Relax the sockets of your eyes, your nostrils. Relax your ears and your jaw. Gently roll back up to a tall seat and send your left leg out long, right leg tucks in, foot against thigh. Gently flex your left toes back towards your face. Breathe in, reach up high. Breathe out, pivot towards the left leg and fold. And from here, you can decide if you need more of a side stretch, you can open up the chest. But if this is nice on the low back, start to aim your forehead towards your knee. It's okay if they don't touch. Invitation to bend your knee as much as you want. Send your breath to the stickiest parts here. Good. Gently roll back up. Modified Stargazer here. Bring your hands onto the ground. And as you breathe in, lift your hips, left leg stays straight. Last big chance to open up here. Maybe find some movement with the arm. Open and close your jaw. Firm through the right glute. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come back down. And other side. Right leg goes out nice and long. Left leg tucks in. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, pivot, fold. Refine in the way that your body is asking you to. Be receptive to those messages. Couple more breaths here. We move into this nice, slow last part of class. I invite you to really tap into that sense of allowing and accepting whatever is here to be here. Gently come back up, left hand onto the ground beside you, behind you. Breathe in, Stargazer, lift up, pushing the hips forward, firm through both glutes. And the last big opening movement your body is asking for, invite it here. As you exhale, come back down. Nice job. Make your way flat onto your back. This is where we will be for the rest of class. And for pigeon on your back, right ankle comes over the right knee. Maybe this is plenty. Maybe you stay right here with the left foot planted on the ground. For a little more of a stretch through the right outer hip, bring your legs closer to you. Maybe weave this right arm between the little triangle made by your legs. And for even more, use your right elbow to press your right knee away from you. Breathe in. And breathe out, let this side go. And find this shape on the other side. So left ankle crosses over right knee. Toes gently flex back towards the shin to keep the knee safe, and then you decide how far to take things. And while you're focused on the stretch in the left hip, can you soften your shoulders, letting yourself start to melt down into the ground. Breathe in. And breathe out, let that side go. Hug your right knee into your chest, let your left leg go nice and long. As you breathe in, give your right leg a big hug. And as you breathe out, twist across your body, right leg maybe rests on the ground, maybe floats above it. Can you focus on letting both of your shoulders anchor down? Sensing again into that sense of supportedness from the earth beneath you. Not just you laying down on it, but it rising up to meet you, holding you. On your next breath in, gently bring the right leg back to center, give it a squeeze, and trade it out for the left. Left leg hugs in, right leg goes long. Breathe in and hug the left knee. As you breathe out, find the twist. Left leg comes across. Be receptive to the ways that this is different, the different messages your body is sending you. Both shoulders start to anchor towards the ground. As you let the body start to grow really heavy, Send your breath to either the back of your heart space or to your belly button, whichever works for you. Relax the face. Gently bring the left leg back in, give it a hug. And draw the right leg up to meet it, finding happy baby pose. Invite whatever movement you'd like here in these last couple moments. This is our last shape together. Are there any last places of tension that you could invite a softening to? Anything else you'd like to let go of and not take with you? Couple more breaths here, finding what you need, letting this be your own, your very special ending to your practice. Hug your knees into your chest, compressing the length of the spine long against the ground. So start to point your tailbone towards the ground, gently tuck your chin towards your chest. 2 breaths here, resetting the spine. When you're ready, gently roll over onto one side. Press yourself up nice and easy to a tall seat. And we'll spend a couple moments just quiet here in a seated meditation, just observing the effect of our practice on your mind and your body. So sit up nice and tall. Let your hips rest heavy, but everything else is gently awake. Lift your heart up, grow a little taller through the very top of your head. And as you sit here, breathe with your whole body. Visualizations can help anchor a wandering mind, so just notice if your breath has a color today. Or if you feel any sensations in your body, can you move those sensations, move that colorful breath all through your body as you inhale and exhale. While you breathe, I want to share with you one of my favorite poems that you may have seen a lot of people sharing around today. It's one of my favorites because it reminds us that we don't have to pretend like things aren't really hard or like totally messed up. Things can be really hard and we can still be loving, powerful, brave, and present people. So this is called Good Bones by Maggie Smith. I invite you to keep breathing, keep bringing your mind back to your body if it starts to wander. The poem goes, "Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I've shortened mine in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 deliciously ill-advised ways I'll keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For every bird, there's a stone thrown at a bird. For every loved child, a child broken, bagged, sunk in a lake. Life is short and the world is at least half terrible, and for every kind stranger, there's one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I'm trying to sell them the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place could be beautiful, right? You could make this place beautiful. Couple more moments just to relish the silence and the feeling of being completely present with yourself and all of the different colors and shades of emotion that that contains. Gently bring your palms to touch at heart center. Feel your thumbs resting against your chest. Notice your heart beating. And know that there is no need to flatten or oversimplify the experience of how hard it is to be a person in the world in 2020, and that there can be room for all of it. Take a big breath in, fill up. And an open mouth exhale. One more like that. Breathe in, fill up with everything good you wish for yourself. And breathe out really big, everything holding you back. Draw your thumbs to third eye center. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and free from suffering. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you continue to take really good care of yourself, whatever that looks like, because that's the only way to access the care you're trying to give other people. So thank you again for coming, and I'll see you soon.